Hello again. Hello again. Hello again. And again. So, I just created a video. Epic. And here's another one for you. So, the one that I just created 8 minutes ago was my photo booth photos part 2. This one is going to be the best times in my life part 2. So let's start. I'm going to be in order. I'm not going to go like all crazy, like not in order. I'm going to go in order. So we're going to start in 2019. In 2019, I was in Mrs. Kerfman's class in math, I think. And I think it was math. And Joseph was like on the other side of the table that I was sitting at. And then there was this person behind me called Courtney. Might remember that name. You could hear her voice at the end of the last day of 9th grade. So she kept on throwing a pencil to Joseph, and he kept on throwing it back and forth, back and forth. It kept on happening over and over and over again until the pencil fell on the ground. I picked it up and then held it to, I gave it to Courtney, and she did the same thing over and over again until Courtney got in trouble and she had to turn around. It was quite a funny moment. Joseph was just going like, stop, stop, stop. He just kept on saying stop over and over again. So yeah, 2020, December 2020 is where I went to Tennessee. Even though the second house had no internet because the internet router was gone because the people who lived in the house took it with them. So there was no internet. So basically, what happened was the first house was a farmhouse. I stepped in horse manure, which was quite disgusting. And basically what happened in that house was the last day we were in that house was there was no water. There was no water. The toilet wouldn't flush. The shower wouldn't work, I think. So that was quite a strange experience. But before going to Tennessee, me and my friend Trent were playing Geometry Dash together. I played this level called Gertrude. And it just goes, Maria, Maria, can you come over here? I'm so old. It was a weird experience. So basically what happened was we played that level. Me and Trent both beat it. I beat it about like 10 times in a row. And then we went in the car. Trent got car sick. You might know what happened next. I'm not saying it because it's disgusting. Basically what happened was he threw up in the car. Not in the car that I was in a different car, but he threw up in a different car. So basically, I was playing Theory of Everything 2. I only got to the second UFO part, which is about like 20%. I kept on playing it. It was like 10 something p.m. when we went in the car. And I was playing Theory of Everything 2 at 11 p.m. I also played this level called Gertrude. Another Gertrude. It had control damage, and whenever I got bored, I would just listen to control damage in that level. So basically, I listened to that level a bunch of times. And then, basically, I went back to Theory of Everything 2, but unfortunately my headphones died. So basically what happened was my headphones died, my mom charged it. It was like 12 a.m. and I went to sleep, put my iPad down, and I woke back up at 12:30 a.m. and played Theory of Everything 2 until 2 a.m. The next day, we were in Georgia, and we got some pancakes for breakfast, and we got to Tennessee. So basically, what happened next, after the farmhouse, was we went to this other house, and there was no internet. So me and Trent, at nighttime, created photo booth photos. You can see those photos in the photo booth, all my photo booth photos on my old iPad and new iPad. And, yeah, we created some weird photos. He barely lifted up a dumbbell. I was 12 years old in December 2020. I think Trent was also 12 years old. And he barely lifted a dumbbell somehow. And then I watched Netflix at the end of the day, went to sleep, created one last photo booth photo. Then in the morning at 1 p.m. the next day, I created another photo booth photo with the swirly mouth. And then a few days later, after the last day we were gonna leave, I woke up freezing. It was 30 degrees out. The door was open for some reason, and I was freezing in bed. I tried finding my mom, but she wasn't there. So I eventually I found her, but it was so cold, bro. It was so cold. Anyways, that's the end of that. And now in May 24th, 2021, I rode my class. I was in 6th grade. I was 13 years old. I just turned 13 years old in May 24th, 2021. So, our class went to Zoo Tampa. So we were waiting at the entrance, and at one point we got in. So we looked at some animals. Yeah. And then we rode this one ride. It was a water ride, and we rode it, me, Joseph, AJ, Nate, and another person, and a few other people rode it, and I got soaking wet. It was really fun. At one point, Joseph screamed like a little girl. And then we rode it about like 3 times, I think. And then it came to lunchtime, and I ate some lunch, and then we did a few more other stuff. Yeah. And then we fast forward to somewhere in 7th grade in 2022. So basically what happened here was it was dismissal. And, I wish I could stop biting my fingernails. That's one thing I want to do. So basically, what happened, it was dismissal. And during that dismissal, the lights were turned off. We were sitting on our desks. There were barely any people left. There was like me and Nate and Courtney left, I think, and also Joseph. Those were the only people that were left. So at one point, Courtney said, "Where's my mom?" And then Joseph said she went to a different state. And then Nate said, "Wait, hold up." Nate said she went to get some milk, and I didn't get it at first. But when I didn't get it at first, people were the whole class was laughing. But I didn't get it at first. But at one point I did, and I started laughing so hard, my face became red. It was like red like a tomato, bro. So basically that was the end of that. We were laughing for like 5 minutes, I think. Um, Last day of 7th grade. Um, Near the last day of 7th grade, I walked around the field. Me and Wyatt walked around the field, and then we stopped. We took a breather, and then we went back, and then we stopped, and then went back. 10 minutes later. So yeah, that was the end of 7th grade. That's the experience of 7th grade. Um, Trying to think of any more good stuff of 7th grade. Hold up. No. Anyways, we move on to 8th grade. So in 8th grade, I got a phone in December. Quite cool. I got a phone, and the first thing that I did on it was call Wyatt. It was quite a long FaceTime. I ate some food. I talked with Wyatt. It was a good time. And then that was the end of that day. That was a quite short one. Probably the shortest one in the video. So basically what happened next in 8th grade was January in 2023. I wore no long pants and no long sleeve shirt in January. Not even a single time I wore long sleeve shirt and long pants. I was just gonna freeze myself to death because I like the cold a lot. And I still do to this day. So yeah, that was the end of that. And then basically, we fast forward to the second time we went to Zoo Tampa. So the second time we went to Zoo Tampa was we we had a team, so we were raiding at the entrance. And then a few minutes later, we got into Zoo Tampa, and oh my god, my back hurt so much this day. But it was really fun. I didn't ride the water ride because it was not there, because it was there, but it was closed for the day. Me and our team, like a few people, and Wyatt was with us. So basically what happened was we rode this little roller coaster, and oh my god, we rode it so many times, my back started hurting for a few days. And it was really fun. We rode it about like 21 times in a row. It was really fun. really, really fun. Even though it was like a kid's roller coaster. And then we rode a merry-go-round. I couldn't buckle my seat, by the way. I couldn't buckle my seat. I just didn't buckle the seat on the merry-go-round. So I didn't I didn't hurt myself. I didn't hurt myself. Just a reminder. I didn't hurt myself. So yeah. Then we go to spring break. I rode the I rode a roller coaster for the first time, and my face became yellow, and then it became white. I got sick. I didn't throw up. I just got sick. We were supposed to ride the Velocicoaster in spring break, but we unfortunately didn't. What up? And then AJ just texted me. So we stayed in this hotel in spring break, and it was really comfortable for some reason. It was almost as comfortable as my bed. So one day oh my god, I drank 2.5 Powerades in one day, and then I drank Starbucks that day as well. And then one day it started raining, and we got soaked. I was standing in the rain, and then I got a raincoat. I wanted to stand in the rain because it felt nice. So basically, that's the end of spring break experience. And then I get to after the best times of my life, part 1. After the best times of my life, part 1, one day we went back to Universal and we rode the Velocicoaster. It was so high up. It was so fun, bro. It was so fun. So every single day I would drink a strawberry acai at Starbucks. And then we went on the bus, and then we got to Universal. And then at the end of the last day of Universal, we rode this music roller coaster ride. We stood there for like a literal hour, and then we rode it, and it was really fun. It went straight up at one point. My mom was too scared to ride it, actually. So basically, me and Ricky, who is my mom's sister, only me and Ricky rode it. And it was really fun. It went really fast, but it was really fun. And then 4th of July of 2023, I was at Christy's house, which is my mom's friend. And basically what happened at nighttime was we went outside to do some fireworks, and basically what happened was we lit so many fireworks that so much smoke went up my nose and I needed to go inside. I literally needed to go inside the building, inside the house, because I was starting to feel lightheaded because it felt like I was smoking a cigarette, bro. It was pain. It was so uncomfortable, bro. But that day I did build a Geometry Dash level. I built a difficulty chart level that day. And there's a part two of it, but it's impossible, and I'm probably not gonna finish it because it's stupid. Bruh. AJ got Starbucks. Bruh. Oh my god. Anyways. Ninth grade. Ninth grade. So basically, ninth grade happens, and me and AJ sat together the whole year. Me and AJ sat next to each other for the whole ninth grade year. It was a big accomplishment for me because it was a great time in ninth grade. There was some stupid parts. There were some stupid parts. There were some bad parts as well. But I'm going to do that in another video. It's probably going to be tomorrow. On 4th of July. So basically, what happened was me and AJ sat together. We weren't friends right away, but the next day we were. We did some random stuff in the first day of ninth grade. We did some we did some games. Oh my god, my eyes. So basically yeah. That was the first day of ninth grade. So basically, after that day we became friends. And then August was a big day. It was a big month, bro. It was a big month for me. I was still not playing Roblox because I gave up on it. But so August, there was this one day where AJ did some random drawings. I was writing some Russian, by the way, because I'm addicted. And I was writing some Russian. AJ was drawing some weird, weird drawings. He was drawing some weird stuff. Not like very weird stuff, just weird drawings of stuff. But anyways, basically what happened was he showed me some and I started laughing for 20 minutes. And it was non-stop laughing. It was a great time. So yeah, that was that experience. And then we go to September 2023. We went to this field trip in Spongerama. There was this field trip. And oh my god, it was a great time. But that at the end of the day, I had to wait until the end of the field trip was somewhere around 2, and I was at school for like 2 more hours because my mom was sleeping. So I just did random stuff. I rocked around the field. I rocked around the thing. I don't know. But Spongerama was a great field trip, and oh my god, it was a crazy one because me and AJ were right next to each other, like we always were. And so basically, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff to say in this video, so it's gonna be quite a long one because I'm saying I don't know because there's a lot of stuff in my head right now to talk about. What is it? Cool. Also at 8th grade summer, I started growing out my hair because I wanted to. So basically, uh, this is probably gonna be quite a boring video because I'm just trying to think of what happened. Basically what happened was we were just walking around at one point. At one point, we went inside a gift shop store, and I sniffed some soap. And I sniffed so much soap that I lost my sense of smell for in a few hours. For a few hours, I lost my sense of smell. And that was the end of that. And once I lost my sense of smell, I was still sniffing soap. There was this one soap called Monkey Farts, which was weird. And then we got onto a boat. This is where we went fast on the water. And it was so loud that it was also playing tropical music, which was epic. But AJ was right next to me, same with Jonas, and I think Logan and Wyatt as well. So basically what happened was I voice cracked 20 times in a row. 20 times in a row I voice cracked. 20 times in a row, which was insane. It was insane. And yeah, that's the end of that. But after we got off the boat, we went onto this island / beach. And we were on there for a while. And I went deep. Like I was standing in the water until it got to until it got to right here of my shirt. It was insane. It soaked my entire shoe. It soaked all my pants, and mostly my shirt. And at one point, I sat down on the water. At one point, I put my water bottle down on the water. Same with my hat. And then once I put my hat on the water, I put it back on my head, and my head got wet. So we walked back to the island. Courtney showed me this massive shell, which was, I never saw a shell that big before. And then we walked back to the island. Actually, no, after Courtney showed us that shell, me and AJ walked even further until we walked back to the island. And then we walked back out into the water. And then we were supposed to get to the boat. So we had to get to the boat. Basically, we had to run, and my legs were hurting so much that day because I was running in water while my shoes were soaked, and socks and pants and my shirt and my underwear, everything was soaked. And my hat and my water bottle, everything, literally everything. So yeah, that's what happened on that. So we got onto the boat again, and then we went supersonic speed. Literally, we went really fast. And then we got back to the main place, and we ate some lunch, and Joseph started saying, "Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a rubber room with rats, and rats make me crazy." And then I started saying it, and then AJ, and then there was this one person who got tired of it, who told us to stop, but we just didn't. We were just laughing. And then we went back to the school. Wyatt drank some of my water because he wanted to. And then, yeah, that's the end of Spongerama. Now we get to October 2023 on Halloween. The Halloween party at school. This time I didn't dye my hair orange like I did last time on the Halloween party of 2020. So basically what happened was I ate a lot of candy corn. I won a candy corn challenge where you guess how many candy corn there was in a in the thing in the jar of candy corn, and I guessed like a random number in the hundreds, and I was really close to it, and so I got the jar of candy corn. So I ate some candy corn, too much candy corn actually, and I got a stomachache. But that didn't stop me because at one point when I was having a stomachache, I gave the candy corn to AJ because I couldn't eat anymore. Um, but a few minutes later, we went outside and I went insane. Yeah, we went insane when I had a stomachache of eating too much candy corn. So yeah, that's the end of October Halloween party. And then we move on to November. We went to the Dolly Museum in November. And my tongue is getting really dry. Probably gonna eat a snack after I end this video and start uploading it. We went to the Dolly Museum. Me and Logan were just talking about some crazy people like Stalin and the German dictator and some other people. So we talked about random people on the way to Dolly Museum and the way back to school for some reason. So basically, what happened was, oh God, what the hell was that? I just itched something and it just hurt. Jeez. So anyways, we got to the Dolly Museum and AJ was on my side. There was two teams and AJ was on my team, thankfully, and also Wyatt and Logan. And basically what happened was we went insane. There was this spiral staircase and I just started singing You Spin Me Right Round by someone. I don't remember. So I started singing that, and then we got to the paintings, and then we just looked at some paintings. It might be quite boring, but we got to this theater room, and when I got to the theater room, I just absolutely lost I just lost, I just literally went insane. I went insane. Like, the craziest I've ever been was in the theater of the mini theater of Dolly Museum. I was going insane. I was laughing so hard. I was actually going insane, like in a good way. Then we got out, and then we went outside. We went into a gift shop. We saw this car that was raining on the back seat for some reason. I don't know why. And then we went outside. I sang You Spin Me Right Round again because there was a spiral walkway that the students were walking on. And I just started singing You Spin Me Right Round because of the spiral thing. We did some random pictures. We did some stuff. And then we went back to school at 12. And then Logan told me to play Doors, but I didn't because I still wasn't playing Roblox. And then, let me think. Hold up. Yeah, I ate some lunch. I ate some lunch. Logan told me to play Roblox. We were just walking around the field at the end of the day. So yeah. December 2023. I um it was insane. I started singing a Russian song called the Warsaw Pact Anthem, or Objedinionych Armii. Um, and yeah, I was just singing it a lot until like January 2024. So basically, uh, we get to the second half of December. I was sick. I had a cold, but that didn't stop me because I was still going insane. So basically, I listened to some Jam Dash music in Christy's house in a random room that I was in. I was coughing a lot. I had a lot of tissues on the ground. At one point, I did this to my nose right here. Oh God, yeah, yeah.
With anything?
I'm good. I want to die. That was my grandma again. She interrupted in a finally video. She interrupted in a I don't know. She interrupts in a lot of videos, and she just interrupted again. So basically, my grandparents also interrupted in the Valentine's cards video, Christmas card Russian stuff. But then I found out that video was like not as perfect, and then I deleted it and then created another one. So basically, I was sick, and at one point I did this to my nose. And once I did that, I made a massive mistake because I couldn't breathe for 10 seconds. And I started suffocating. Epic. And then at one point I could breathe again, but that was like a panic attack almost. So on that same day, I wore pajamas, the same pajamas for 2 days. And, uh, I don't know. So basically, one day, on that same day, I hurt my hip because I was getting really tired. So I just did some random crazy thing and I hurt my hip. And it hurt. It was also like 4 something a.m., I think, when I hurt my hip. That's the second latest, well, almost latest. It's in my top 10 latest times I've ever stayed up at nighttime. The latest I've ever stayed up at nighttime was 5:40 a.m., which is this summer. Which was this summer. So basically, yeah, I hurt my hip. Next day, me and Trent were playing Jam Dash together because the internet wasn't working for some reason. And, me and Trent were playing Jam Dash together because we didn't know what to do, so because the internet was gone for some reason. So basically, me and Trent went crazy once we started opening presents, and then I got a new iPad, which is right there. Yeah, I don't know. Um, yeah, that was the end of that. And oh yeah, the Christmas party. I just noticed that Christmas party was insane. It was insane. It was insane, bro. It was insane. I went insane. Logan went insane. AJ went insane. My back scratcher fell. Let me pick it up. So at one point, I was sitting on, me and AJ were sitting on a tree branch, and then, oh my god, AJ spit on my sock, and I gagged. Almost threw up because of that. And it was a great time though, because we played with a purple ball, which we called Yerek, and we just kept on kicking it in the tree for some reason. Yeah. And then basically what happened was Logan started doing a Toad voice from Mario, Super Mario, like Toad. Remember Toad from Mario? He did a Toad voice. I wrote some random stuff on a picnic table thing and with a pencil, which was a Soviet thing, I think. Then some other random words like Russian or stuff. I don't know. We did a Christmas party. It was insane. At one point, me and AJ swapped desks. Like AJ was in my desk, and then I was in AJ's desk, and then I was in AJ's desk. AJ was standing up, and then Logan was in my desk doing random stuff. I was playing with a pen and other random stuff. Yeah. It was a crazy day. So yeah. That'll be the end of this video because it's starting to get really long. And I'm starting to become a little tired. So I'm gonna end it, and then a part 3 is gonna come out someday again. A part 3 is gonna come sometime again. So I'll see you guys in the best times of my life.